July 15th, and it is actually the afternoon. We got rain last night, so we were waiting for the ground to dry up a little bit, and so now we've got our 1-ton hooked onto our hay moving trailer. We borrowed a tractor, which was really nice, and so now we're loading bales on here, and I get to drive them over to where we're lining them up so we can get them off the field. Not quite sure how many we will do today, because when we first got out here we were raring to go and found out that 50 head of our goats were missing. They broke through a fence and went about a mile up the road, so we found them of course. But yeah, so they're locked in a little bit of a naughty pen right now to learn the error of their ways. Pikachu! Hopefully. Takes a little bit of practice to get them on there. And hopefully I don't spill any when I take the Dodge where it needs to go. So we can fit about 8 bales on the trailer. So my job as the driver of the pickup and trailer is to find the grouping of bales, pull up to a big group so the 2 tractors can nab them. Okay, I'm gonna eat my previous words. We can fit 10 on here. And then when we go to unload them, then he'll grab 1 with his front end loader, and she'll grab 2 since she's got the bale mover on the back too. Good times. At least there's a nice breeze. It's only about 85 degrees out here today. Say only, because we've had about 100-degree weather for a while. So yeah, it's a better day to do it. And this stuff is already getting kind of tall, and we're kind of wondering if we can get the bales off of here, if we'll get a second cutting. We've never gotten a second cutting on this, but we took it kind of early this year, so here's hoping. Last bale going on, and then I can move. Mom's not as good about putting them on the trailer because she hasn't had as much experience, but I think we're good. All right, dog, time to load up. Let's take the bales over. You gonna load up? Get on up there. That's kind of a big crawl for you, little dog. You can't be under my feet. So, hauling the bales behind me. I don't know what's the best angle, and that's a heavy load behind me for sure. So trying not to hit any bumps and figure out where to park this thing so it's easier for them to unload the bales with 2 tractors going. We're gonna figure it out though. Always do. Oh, I can feel it tugging. Okay, so here's where we're lining up the bales. This is higher ground with some watershed. So this is where we're gonna line them up. This is where we lined them up last year. And here comes Mom with 2 more bales. Yeah, I think this is gonna go pretty fast. I have to say it's been a little while since I have used the diesel to pull that big of a load. Whew. And it does a good job. I was thinking about, you know, we don't use it a whole lot, you know, unless we double deck our big trailer to take goats to the sale barn. But using it to do this is really nice. It goes a lot quicker. So we're just gonna watch them dance a little bit here. Usually we don't have two tractors going. Usually it's one, and it takes a little bit longer with just one. So we decided, we had a friend, actually my aunt, Patty, thank you Patty if you're watching, said we could borrow her tractor to get more things done in shorter amount of time, and we truly appreciate it. It does work a little bit better. There we go. Pull forward. And then you lift it back up so it's not dragging on the ground. Sweet. Good job, good job. Now we got both of them unloading. So this shouldn't take much time. And again, as with anything when you're running equipment, you want to make sure that you do it efficiently but safely. And that's what we're all about, efficiently and safely. Oh. And the other nice thing, you know, talked about this a lot in the last couple of videos since it's been so hot out. This tractor has AC. Now we have another one that has AC, so we can get a lot more work done. So, you know, as you get older, you learn to appreciate on hot days the AC. Of course, I'm standing out here, and this does have AC, but I'm not going to run it. It's nice and windy out, not too bad. We're expecting some rain tonight, so we just wanted to get some of this done before it got too wet to get back out on these fields. Because if it is too wet out here, then as you're driving along the ground, you make ruts in your field. And then when you go to hay it, then you're bumping over ruts and everything. We just don't like doing that. I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and everything of people getting their tractors stuck in the mud. I guess maybe we're just not that aggressive of farmers. We don't like to do that to our fields. We don't like to rut up our fields. So maybe because we just don't have the equipment to break those or chisel those ruts back over and smooth out the ground. So we just prefer not to do that. So we are almost done. I have to say there's a creek going over to that patch over there, and driving this rig through that loaded with 10 bales on the back. Little sketchy, but went through there twice already. And not bad. The 1 ton was able to pull her through, and I didn't lose any bales off the back because I went slow. Because I don't think there's any other way to go through a creek. So yeah, almost done. But as you can see, we have a ton more. That's our alfalfa. This is a grass alfalfa mix. It actually got 89 bales off of like 15 acres. Just never seen that many come off of one little patch. It was pretty thick, but we planted it 2 years ago and hadn't taken it down yet this year. The goats have been grazing on it, so we're eager to get the bales off of there, because we're hoping for a third cutting, of course. So yeah, almost done. Now we got a traffic jam. Oh shoot. This is probably the fastest we've ever gotten these bales off of here, so it's nice to have the other tractor. Like I said, sometimes you get a traffic jam. Last bale set into place. All right, first cutting of hay off the field. That's always a good feeling. Much more to do, much more. Okay, July 16th, and we're putting up some new fence here. We have this that they like to graze. However, the fence that's on the other side we can't get to because there's a field there, and all the rain this spring wiped out that fence, so the goats were getting out. So we're going to put this up so then they can continue grazing out here without us worrying that our goats are half a mile away like what we found them yesterday. Yeah. Okay. It's July 17th, and back out here on the farm, and now we are moving our alfalfa bales. We're moving them down to our hay yard here, and as much as we wish we could go straight across, because that would be so much easier, we actually have to go all the way around with the pickup and trailer and the tractor. So yeah, fun stuff today. Girls are out grazing. Hopefully nobody's stuck in the fence. The little boys are out grazing as well. So yeah, let's see what's going on. So the bales that we're dealing with today are alfalfa bales, and that one fell off the trailer. And get in a nice dangerous spot here. You know, better view. Alfalfa bales as compared to hay bales, and you'll see it when they put it on, are way heavier. Way heavier. So that's the hard part about this trailer, is if you don't set these bales on here, see this one, we'll have to set it off to the side and feed this one earlier because it's now kind of torn apart. But there's kind of sharp edges on that. So when you put the first bale on, that one's like really tough one to get on. You gotta be pretty darn precise. Like I said, these are so heavy. So when I take these over to the hay yard, the pickup even has a hard time with it being a 1 ton. hauling these, so I got to put it in low gear for it to make it through the creek and make it up the hill. And good times, good times. And as we're doing this, there are the goats grazing, watching us, judging, seeing if we do a good job. Those goofy goats jumping and playing out there. No, you can't see it. Maybe you can. Okay, looks like we're loaded. Time to take another trip. So me and my niece are in the pickup, hauling the bales. It's a slow moving trip because they're heavy. But this is now our, what, 4th trip? We're getting better at it. So this is the reason it's nice to have 2 tractors out here. We can fit 10 bales on the trailer. So as one person comes with me and the load of bales to unload down in the hay yard, then the other person stays up and groups the bales together. 5 on this side, 5 on that side. So it's going very, very quickly. Okay, so when we were out moving bales, we came to check on the does. I don't think I had her clocked as one of the ones that was pregnant. She was standing in here. There were 2 of them standing in here last night. Ah. I thought, oh boy. Oh boy, yes. Oh, look at your tiny little ones. Oh, they're tiny. Yep, no, she was one of the ones. So we don't kid in the summertime for obvious reasons, flies and things like that. I know other people do, and we're super busy in the summer. But apparently the buck got out and we were going to sort these girls off. Just ran out of time with doing all the other things that needed to be done. So luckily she was smart enough to come in the barn here and have them. And I know there are a lot of people actually that actually kid in the pasture. Chew! Come here. And well, basically she did really, really good. Good job, guys. Good job.
That's how it's done.
Right. Okay. So we're selling a load of our hay, and there it goes down the road. All right. I think we're sending that to Huron to get sold. Yeah. Okay. All right. Getting that creep feed out to them. So these are mostly girls in here. A couple of wethers that were a little too small to send. Him, bottle kid. Hi, Petunia. You're doing well. Yeah, I don't know how that big kid slipped through. You know, when you're sorting them, sometimes they'll slip through. I'm going out to check on their water that's out here, and look, they got some fresh lick tubs. Like I said, usually we do not do lick tubs in the summertime, but they really have been diving into them. So we decided to bite the bullet and get some new ones. And that's why we put covers on them. Get some new ones and set out. And we'll get some more and set some in with the boys. Sorry, my phone's kind of going off. Oh, so these girls were out grazing all day. They came back in to get a drink of water, and it is evening time. So, oh boy. Okay, so it's the end of the day. It's about 7:30, and we just picked up the last load of alfalfa. And there's 3 more bales over there, but we'll pick those up with the 2 tractors. And we're heading down to the hay yard to offload this, and we'll be done with the second cutting of alfalfa. Feels good to get these off of the field and let the third cutting grow.